Hey guys, it's Peter Day here. This video is going to be quick. I'm just running an errand. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and if you notice a lot of car videos, we've just been busy. I mean, we've been running a lot of affiliate campaigns at the same time. We've been managing a media buying team, which has been a lot of work, and we've also hired different positions as well. We got a lady recently that's going to help me with a lot of accounting because it's been very complicated with accounting because we work with so many different advertisers and affiliate networks that it's honestly been almost like a part-time task for me, just keeping up with all these payments. Like, are all these networks actually paying? Are they paying on time? Are they paying the right amount? If you're just working with just one or two affiliate networks, I mean, it's pretty easy to handle, but we have over 20 or 30 just direct advertisers. That doesn't even include like the networks we work with and stuff. So it's just been very time consuming to do the accounting thing. But I'm happy that we got a new hire for accounting, because that's going to take a lot of time off of my hands in that area, and it's going to help me to focus on some things that I'm really good at as well, kind of once that's outsourced. Topic of this video, well, there's kind of two topics. The first topic is going to be a little bit more about team building, because I've kind of started talking about team building a little bit just in the start of this video, but I made a video last week that was really long. It was like 30 minutes on kind of how to start doing a media buying team, and what I was saying in that video is that you have to be building the team, and I kind of gave some tips and some different strategies and stuff on just how to go about doing that. This video is going to talk a little bit more about this topic, and it's going to just emphasize again that you have to be building the team. From a bird's eye view, I just see a lot of affiliates just leaving quite a lot of money on the table by not team building. I was talking to an affiliate who took our course. He took the Charles No course that we did, and I was talking to this affiliate a couple months ago, and he was doing really well. He had like one campaign that was doing like $3,000 or $4,000 a day of revenue. I imagine his profit was at least like $1,000 a day or something. And I just asked him, I said, just out of curiosity, you're doing really well on this one campaign. Why aren't you doing like 5 campaigns like this kind of at the same time? And he's like, oh man, I'm so swamped. It's a full-time job, just kind of taking care of this one campaign. And from kind of an outsider perspective, I can really see that he's leaving money on the table because this person is really talented, and if they were doing so well on one affiliate campaign, obviously they could do well on probably 3 or 4 campaigns or more at the same time. So the only reason this affiliate was doing one campaign was literally due to the fact that he was very busy, and I think he was actually working like a job at the same time as well. So he was working a job, and when he was getting home from his job, he was able to focus on this one affiliate campaign. But still, that's just a limiting mindset. So this person was making like $1,000 a day, which was not bad, but the person could be making millions of dollars if all they did was figured out how to just like run like 3 or 5 successful campaigns at the same time instead of one. And sometimes you can't see where your flaws are if you're trying to evaluate yourself, because this person they just didn't get it. They're like, I'm good, I'm happy with this one campaign, and it takes up all my time anyway. But sometimes when an outsider looks at what you're doing, they're able to see what you're doing right and maybe what you're doing wrong. And I think what this person was doing right was they were focusing a lot of like very high level attention on the one campaign, but what they were doing wrong is they were not running any more campaigns. And I think they were leaving just millions of dollars on the table, because again, if he could earn $1,000 a day from one campaign, why can't he earn $1,000 a day from just different campaigns? And the only thing that was limiting his growth was that he was busy. So this goes back to the team building thing. You should always have a team that's at least testing new campaigns for you. So even if you don't want to give up control, and even if you want to be the primary media buyer in your business, that's fine. But you should at least have a lower level team or some kind of team that is testing things for you, because this individual was so successful in the one campaign. What if he had a team of like 1 or 2 guys, and those guys were responsible just for testing out some new things? Maybe they were testing out a car loan offer, an insurance offer, a refi offer. Maybe they were launching a little bit of health insurance, Medicare, whatever it is. But if this guy had a team that was at least testing, at minimum just testing some new stuff on his behalf, what if that team started to get success on one more campaign? Then maybe this affiliate would have the $1,000 daily profit campaign, and then maybe they have a second campaign that also makes them $1,000 a day or more too, and all of a sudden the affiliate just went from earning the $38,000 a month to over $60,000 a month, which is over $500,000 a year. And the only adjustment needed is he just needed a team. And trust me, I've encouraged him to get a team, and I don't know. To be honest, I think the person is just kind of a little bit set in their ways, and well, I don't know. It's just weird, right? The person wants to leave their day job, but they don't really want to do what it takes either to grow a more sustainable business in order to leave that day job. So some people are just going to act like they're going to act, but we can use this as a learning lesson from you guys. You should at least have a small team that's testing things. So let's say you have one thing that's making you money. You can keep running that, but you should at least have a small team that is testing stuff. And they don't have to be testing at ridiculous budgets. You could have a team that's literally just testing a lot of different things at like $100 a day for you, or $75 a day. And the whole purpose of this, let's just call it the testing team. The whole purpose of the testing team is to find new offers and new campaigns that are promising. And then if you want to step in because you're the expert and you want to run those campaigns because maybe your testing team just isn't the best in the world, that's fine. But it's like you should at least have the testing team going in order to get just a lot more stuff done in your business and more testing. And I'm actually pulling up to my location here, but I do want to talk about one thing, because the holidays are coming up and some guys have had a lot of questions regarding kind of holiday traffic and stuff. Let me just get situated here. There we go. All right, just parking there. Yeah, so a lot of guys have questions about the holidays, and you have to be careful. This is okay. So this is part 2 of this video. Part 1 was you have to be building a team, and you should at least be building a small team that's responsible for testing new offers to help you find new winning offers. And even if you are the best media buyer out of your entire team, this testing team doesn't have to be like the best in the world, but they just have to be good enough to identify if a campaign is promising or not. And then you could step in and just run it yourself if that's your expertise and that's what you want to do. But essentially, the part 2 of this video is talking about the holidays, because there's a mistake that some people are making. I've talked to a few of our students, and some people are saying, what do I do about Q4? Okay, we have to separate what is a myth and what is reality. Because I've had multiple people tell me, what do you do during Q4 when Facebook prices are more expensive? So number one, is this even true? Some people are making this assumption that Facebook prices are going to be more expensive in Q4. Well, it's like, to be honest, in the last like 5 or 6 years that Tyler and I have been doing Facebook ads, the only time that we were not profitable was maybe on like Christmas Day or something. So it's like, I think this fourth quarter thing, don't let this fourth quarter thing kind of be a crutch in your business. Don't be like, I'm gonna wait until January to run ads on Facebook or something, because in reality, if you have a successful campaign, even if the fourth quarter is a little bit more expensive, maybe you can still profit in the fourth quarter. And again, in the last like 5 or 6 years that Tyler and I have been doing this, we've profited Christmas Eve, and then sometimes we haven't made money on like Christmas Day or something, just because no one was like buying products on Facebook or something on Christmas Day. But I think that you guys should really throw out this whole concept of the fourth quarter being more expensive, because first of all, it's just an assumption, and you don't know if it's more expensive unless you try. And if it is more expensive, it's more expensive, but don't just assume that it's going to be more expensive. Also, don't just assume it's going to be more expensive for every vertical. Maybe a lot of these e-commerce gadgets and competitive things like that in the holiday time are more expensive, but maybe you have a lead gen offer for like life insurance, or maybe you have a rent to own offer, and maybe it's not more expensive at all. I mean, maybe it's just totally fine in the fourth quarter. So I want you guys to just throw out this concept of the fourth quarter being more expensive. You don't even know if it's true or not. And even if it was true last year, you don't know if it's true this year. You don't know if it's true in years to come. If you want to play it safe, maybe tame down your traffic just the day before Christmas, just going into Christmas Day, and the day after Christmas should just be completely full force again. And even with Thanksgiving just finished up, but I'm just looking at stats today. Results are perfectly fine today. So today, tomorrow, like if there's a big holiday such as Thanksgiving or Christmas, you might want to tame down your traffic on that day. But then as soon as you see things stabilize just 1 day or 2 days after holiday, just ramp it right back up, because you don't want to lose out on any revenue just because you have some myths or some assumptions that fourth quarter is more expensive or the whole entire holiday time is bad. You really just have to be sensitive about, in our experience, you just have to be sensitive about the actual holiday days, like Thanksgiving, Christmas Day. Those have been only holidays that have honestly even affected traffic in a major way for us. So that's my advice here. Just maybe tame down your traffic a little bit, like Christmas Eve. Don't hammer on Christmas Day, but then the day after Christmas, it's time to hammer again. Now, some of you guys have campaigns that are very profitable, and in that case, you might not even have to tame it down. So let's say your campaign is profitable. What's wrong with breaking even on Christmas Day, right? That's what Tyler and I have done in past years. We've had campaigns that are like 30 to 40% profitable in past years, and all we've done on Christmas Day was just like taking a 10% loss or a break even or something, just for the sake of keeping the campaign going. Because sometimes what really hinders momentum in a campaign is if you are constantly pausing the campaign. If you pause the campaign and then you have to ramp up, there could be like a 3 to 5 day ramp period to like get the campaign where it was. So if you're profitable, let's say your campaign is profitable and it's Christmas Eve, you might just want to wing it and just run it full scale on Christmas. Because what's the worst thing that happens? Maybe the worst thing that happens is you break even on Christmas Day instead of profit. Maybe the worst thing that happens is you lose like 20 or 30% that day on Christmas Day. But then let's say your campaign normalizes the day after Christmas, at least you're still fully scaled. At least you're still fully scaled up on your ads. So in my opinion, it's probably better to lose like 20 or 30% just on Christmas Day and just stay scaled if your campaign is good and profitable, than to turn it all off and then spend the 3 to 5 days after Christmas just like recovering your volume again, because that's probably actually hinders your overall profitability for the month, instead of just kind of hammering through. And again, if you're profitable, you might just literally be able to hammer through Christmas Day at a break even or a slight loss. So just play that by ear. And so these are just some tips here for the holiday traffic and also the team building. So I gotta go. I have a few errands to run here, so I'm going to turn off the video, and we'll be in touch next week with some more content. Guys, subscribe to YouTube, the YouTube channel, and ask us any questions you have in our Facebook group, Affiliates Ask Anything. So this is Peter. I'm checking out, and we will see you in the next video. Talk soon. Bye.